Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new here, welcome. My name is Maddie. I'm a 21-year-old mom to two beautiful children. My son Logan, who is 3 years old, and my daughter Briella, who is 6 months old. And for today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys my experience being pregnant in high school. So let's get right into today's video. So if you guys don't know, I got pregnant with my son Logan when I was 17 years old. It was summer of junior year when I got pregnant. It was late July and school started in August. So I went into my senior year pregnant already, and nobody knew. My husband and I kept it to ourselves during that time. So right when we started school, I was feeling really sick. So the first person I told was my school nurse. My school nurse said, it's confidential, we don't have to tell your parents, but my advice to you is to go tell your morning classes that you're pregnant so that they can understand that sometimes you may have to run out of the classroom, and just so they have a heads up. So my husband and I went around to my first 4 classes of the day and told them that I was pregnant. So I think my first period was a computer class, so he didn't really care, he was fine with it. And then my second period I think was like strength and conditioning, so I knew I was going to have to switch out of that class because you're lifting weights, you're exercising a lot, and I knew that I couldn't handle that with my pregnancy. So the first thing I did after telling my teachers was I went to my school counselor and switched my classes. Everybody was super understanding that I was pregnant, and they understood that I was going to need to run out of the classroom to go to the bathroom sometimes and all that kind of stuff. So everything started off super smooth, and I was really happy that everybody was nice to me about this situation. So once I got switched out of my strength and conditioning class, my girlfriends that I had in there were actually really curious as to why I switched out, and I just said that I didn't want to be in that class anymore because I didn't want my hair getting messed up for the day, stupid reasons like that. So I switched to be a TA for one of my favorite teachers, and he never suspected anything. I don't think I even told him I was pregnant until later on when I wasn't even nauseous anymore, but he told me that he had already suspected it. So I don't know, but it was funny to tell every teacher that I had because I was already going to be a senior, so all the teachers already knew who I was. Sam was new to the school, so nobody really knew him, but so far so good. So the first few weeks of school were going really good, and then when my bump started to show, it was still kind of hot outside, so I had to wear baggy shirts over my bump, and I just had to try to hide it as best I could because I was really embarrassed and I was really nervous for what people were gonna say. And I know I shouldn't care about what people are gonna say, but it's high school, you're a teenager, you know you're gonna worry about what people think all the time. So I would just go around school and hide my bump, and Sam and I really kept to ourselves. He didn't really have friends in the high school because he was new to school that last year, so I was basically his only friend, and we would just hang out all the time, and we would always go to the cafeteria to get food. It was nothing new, and honestly I don't think anybody suspected anything for the longest time. I was really good about hiding it, but in the beginning of my first few weeks when I was really nauseous, when I would go out of the class, there was this lady that would drive around on a golf cart, and she would always kind of ask me like, why are you out of class? And I'm like, I'm feeling sick. And then finally at one point I told her I was pregnant, and so she finally understood everything. So after getting out of my first trimester, my bump showing, things like that, it was just really rough to hide my bump, and like I said, I was very embarrassed and nobody knew. I think I had only told like one person, and that one person never told anybody else. So it was perfectly fine. And just walking through school, you feel like everybody's just looking at you, and you feel like everybody's talking about you because you are pregnant, and you feel like people know even though they don't. There's just a constant fear that somebody is going to find out, and that the whole school is going to know, and that everybody's going to talk crap on you, and that, you know, you just feel like everybody knows anyways, even without anybody knowing. So nobody found out until I was 28 weeks pregnant. The day that everybody found out was because I posted it on Instagram. So I turned 18 that day, and I just figured that it would be best to just share it from here on out, because I was like, my bump is really big, I'm still going to school, and people are going to start finding out. So I just posted a picture on my Instagram. I'll post the picture that we did. I had a hoodie on, and so even that day I went to school and nobody suspected anything, and then all of a sudden I post on my Instagram that I'm pregnant, and everybody was shocked. everybody was like, hold up, you're pregnant, like how far along are you, what are you having, things like that. And everybody was super supportive. I never had one hater in school like come up to me and tell me anything to my face. There was obviously people that would probably talk crap about me, but I mean, who cares, right? I mean, I was already in my 3rd trimester and things like that. So from there, after finding out, I only went to school for probably another month, and then I transferred out of school and did school at home. And my husband did as well. They actually allowed him to do at-home schooling with me, and so he could pick up more shifts at work and things like that. They were so nice about this entire thing. I'm so thankful for the school I went to and for the people that I had, teacher-wise, principal-wise, everything. Everybody was so nice to me, and I think it helped out that I kept to myself for the longest time, because like I said, I only had 1 month of people knowing that I was pregnant and nobody talked about it, nothing. I mean, I would feel that people were staring at me, like I said, but it was nothing too serious. So after switching out of the school, we were still going to graduate and walk with our class, but one thing is that we didn't get to go to the senior trip. We didn't get to do any of the field trips or any of the fun senior things that the seniors were doing. We were at home with a baby, and I was in my 3rd trimester when I wasn't with my baby, so there was just a lot of things that we couldn't do, and it does kind of suck, but I don't regret having a baby young. I am so thankful for Logan, and I'm so happy that I'm a young mom, because now I get to watch him grow up, and I get to, you know, I don't know, I don't even know how to explain it, but I don't recommend becoming a teen mom. There's a lot of struggles that come with it. My husband and I have almost broken up multiple times. Us trying to navigate life and figure out what to do with ourselves was really hard to do. We were scared that we weren't going to make it, like relationship wise. We were scared that we weren't going to make it money wise. We were scared that we were going to have to rely on people to take care of our baby. We were scared about all these things, and yes, we figured it out, and yes, we're doing really good right now with our marriage, but it was really hard to get where we're at now, and a lot of people are not going to get where we're at right now, because it takes communication skills and just working with each other and growing with each other, and not everybody is going to grow together. So my high school experience might have been really good being pregnant, but not everybody's will, and being switched out into homeschooling was what worked best for us. And we ended up giving birth to, well, I ended up giving birth to Logan late April, and we graduated in early June. So between giving birth to Logan and then him being 5 weeks old when we graduated, I'll put another picture on the screen, things were going really good. And we only lived with my parents for 2 months, and after living with my parents, we graduated high school, and then we moved out, and we moved over here to this city, which is an hour and a half away from where they live. We, you know, like I said, there's just a lot of struggles that went into everything, but overall my high school experience being pregnant was perfectly fine. Nobody was really rude to me. The teachers were really nice to me. Everybody, like, the school worked in my favor to help me out instead of just being rude about it and being like, you shouldn't have got pregnant young and things like that. So like I said, overall the high school experience was really good, but after graduating, things got really rough. So in the next video, we're going to be talking about the struggles of being teen parents and just everything that led up to where we are right now. So I hope you guys are looking forward to that video, because I don't even want to talk about it, because there's moments where we're just so immature that we almost broke up. Like, okay, I'm just gonna stop talking about it. So I hope to see you all in my next video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye guys.